yeah, his family to himself, not to his body. I mean, it's hard. He talks about the physical, but I think it's more the mental side. Oh, you get in the door, Michael?
Hi, Michael.
Thanks, buddy. There you go, Ma.
Thank you. Thanks, Papa.
There you go.
Okay, here we
File in. Michael's turn. Okay. Do-si-do. Okay, baby to bed. Yeah, let's tidy the house and then we'll, Papa's even feeling inspired to do the tree today. Whoa. Okay, you can show it. Good job. Hopefully it's hot enough.
It's going to be perfect. I want
Boom.
to make it right now.
A little, you want me to, it's 99 seconds?
Perfect.
Is it long enough? Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect, she says. All right. Hun, today we're dreaming.
Dream sesh.
We're dreaming on the vlog. Question of the day. And yes, I'll get you my list here in a little bit. Oh, first of all, cheers.
Here it is.
Cheers. Tink. Way over there. What is your 1 year, 3 year, and 10-year dream bucket list races? So 1 year out, 3 years out, and 10 years from now.
Wow.
And I ask this maybe twice a year, and the reason I ask it is because to plant ideas for everybody down in the comments.
Ooh.
So
Say the years again.
1 year out, 1, 3, 10. So what is your decade goal race?
Ooh.
3 years out, and then 1 year from now. And
That's a great question.
I will get you my dream list here in a little bit. Today's Sunday when I'm filming this, so I'm going to spend, I don't know, at least an hour just kind of researching races because I'm still, figuring it all out.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Oh, it's exciting.
it's, because as runners, we have a gift where we get to dream about competing in a sport. Whereas, and I know I'm always using the example of basketball, but, once you graduate from high school, you might not play basketball ever again. But as a runner, you can run your whole life. It's like,
That's a really good point.
at least on like a competitive team. Obviously, you could join like a rec team, but anyway.
That's fun.
Hello. Like at night when I listen to an audiobook,
Yeah.
I don't usually choose a business book. I choose, like, shout out to Joseph. He told me about, I'm reading a book right now, The Cost of These Dreams. Speaking of dreaming, it's a book all about, by Wright Thompson, The Cost of These Dreams. It's all about, he highlights, I don't know, maybe a dozen athletes. Like Michael Jordan is chapter 1, but it's the cost of being the best.
To his family or to his body? Or?
No, more so to, I think, yeah, his family to himself, not to his body. I mean, it's hard. He talks about the physical, but I think it's more the mental side. And where he was locked up in a hotel for 12 years because he couldn't go outside because he would get mobbed. So, you gotta walk that line to solving the world's problems.
To solving the world's problems.
Cheers. Now we
gotta get to it.
enough sitting around.
Hop to it.
Hop to it. It's like, I think I can just do better. Dreaming now, dreaming everybody. That 10K is proving to be a little more elusive for this April. Half marathons, there's a lot more options out there on the table. Okay, here we go. Once again, just spent too much time. In fact, my head kind of hurts looking at so many running websites. Not the question of the day, but if you have a great, there's just a lot of websites out there to try and find. What did you do for any runners out there from the 70s, 80s, early 90s, like before there were websites? How did you find, I guess, word of mouth, phone calls, one of those? It's like amazing. So I bow down as always to, trying to find information without the internet. So anyway, but there's a lot of information out there. I'm struggling a little bit to find a 10K right now. So we've got the 1-year dreams, 3-year dreams, and 10-year dreams, okay? So I'm gonna go through the list. 10K, Statesman Capital 10K, Austin, Texas, April 11th. Now, it's not the fastest course. That's the issue. So that probably is not going to be the one that I do, but frankly, again, I'm struggling to find a 10K. Half marathons, there's a lot more options out there actually that I'm finding, especially April 24th or 25th. So right now, with respect to a flat sea level, fast course, but competitive as well, we've got the Glass City half marathon in Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. 106 won it in 2019, 1 hour, 6 minutes. Austin, Texas half marathon on April 25th. 103 to 105 are the winners there. Okay, good. Eugene half marathon, 103 to 105, again, April 25th. And again, there's no guarantee these races are going to happen, but you plan for the future and hope for the best, right? So Nashville, Tennessee also has a half marathon on April 24th, but there's no course description, so that gets me a little nervous because they're still developing the course, so that's probably not going to happen. Nashville, Tennessee, rock and roll half marathon, and then the Pittsburgh half marathon May 2nd, but that's a little too close to June for getting ready, hopefully, again, for Zagama. Okay, that's the 1-year dreams. I won't go over everything else. 3-year goals, and again, cannot wait to read your answers down below. This is where we just get to have that macro level development aerobically and think about, okay, maybe I want to do track races right now and eventually transition to ultra races, or vice versa. Maybe you're doing ultra races right now and you want to transition to some road half marathons or road marathons or track ultra marathons in the next 3 years. I want to get into sky racing, okay? So that's shorter, steep mountain racing. There's one in Canada this summer, actually, that I'm kind of eyeballing for the end of June, okay? So sky races, the Ring of Steel in Scotland in the next 3 years, Sierre Zinal in Switzerland, the Valencia Marathon, the London Marathon, the Berlin Marathon, CCC, which is the 100K race that is part of the UTMB circuit every summer in August. So CCC is the shorter version of the big UTMB race, all right? So CCC, next 3 years, of course, the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials 2024, all right? So is it in LA? No. That's the Olympics, I think, in 2028. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see where the course is for that. And then lastly, I decided to throw in an FKT attempt that is out of this world, but I have to go try the rim to rim to rim, all right? So the Grand Canyon, which Walmsley holds right now, so rim to rim to rim, all right? So I'm gonna try that at some point in the next 3 years. 10-year plan, here we go. And of course, this will change and evolve over time. Tokyo Marathon, Boston, Chicago, okay? I don't think I can knock all of this out in the next 3 years, so this is in the 10-year plan. Tokyo, Boston, Chicago to get the 6 majors done. Western States, Hard Rock, UTMB. Now keep in mind, this is like 2030, so this is a long time down the road. So if it sounds like a lot, it is, but it's spread out over a long time. Western States, Hard Rock, UTMB, Barkley, Hurt 100 in Hawaii, which is another 100-mile race, and I've heard it's actually one of the harder ones. It's a looped course. I believe it's 5 20-mile loops, but it's through the jungle in Hawaii, and it's routes, and it can be muddy, and it's atrocious. I've heard it's one of the harder ones out there. So the Hurt 100 in Hawaii, Big Backyard Ultra, all right? The Dragon's Back in Wales. Shout out to everybody who watches in Wales. Thank you. Someday I'll come race in Wales. And then last but not least, of course, I'll take another crack at Nolan's 14. Okay? Whoa, that's a big list. Again, dream, plan, plot, and it makes the running so exciting, the training. You know, tonight I get to lay out all my stuff here on the table because I get to turn the doorknob again tomorrow after a week off of no running. And these goals, these dreams that you just listed down in the comments can help spark getting up at 4:30 if you have to, or spark, going to the track when you might not want to do a speed session because you know the work you need to put in order to arrive at the starting line of these amazing events that race directors and volunteers work so hard to organize, to plan for, to get permits for, to make sure we're safe out there, to have ambulances at the finish line. They work so hard. So almost, I don't think I've ever said this, in deference to all these people who put so much blood, sweat, and tears, hopefully not too much blood, but sweat and tears into putting on these races for us, we can show up on the starting line fit, fresh, healthy, ready to rock and roll so that we can perform at the highest level possible. Man, that's interesting. I've never thought of it that way before. In deference to those who have put in the work for us to have a great time, great day, great couple of days out there in the wilderness or through a big city marathon. Boom. Okay. I guess that's it. I guess we are done, everybody. Gonna call it there. And to prepare for day one of the next training block, I intentionally woke up this morning at 5 a.m. Why? So that I'm tired at 9 p.m. Why? So that I can wake up tomorrow morning when you're watching this the goal is to wake up no later than 5 a.m. Okay? You'll know I'm awake if I'm commenting down below. Actually, yeah, this vlog, commenting down below live at 5 a.m. So it's just part of the strategy, part of getting the ball rolling, part of winning the training block. Butter the bread, let's go get it. Next training block beginning. Oh, feels good. We'll toss it to the running race playlist since that was the dream session today. Running race playlist right here. Right here. Thanks for tuning in as always. Woo! Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.